Hi, Jeremy.
Hi.
Good to see you today at the Sleep Center. We spoke a little bit on the phone about how you're having some trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be addressing that. But before we start today's session, I want to thank our video sponsor, Chili Sleep, for providing us with a Doc Pro cooling system. And we're going to use this system to help regulate your temperature. It's going to create better sleep, help you stay asleep, and just reduce some of those issues with heat and discomfort you were having during the night.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so I'll walk you through how the system works as we put it together. Essentially, it's a water-based system, and it's very quiet, and so it won't disturb you while you sleep. We'll do some temperature tests first on your skin, determine what the best temperature for you will be, and then we'll go ahead and set up the Doc Pro system. Thank you to Chili Sleep. So I'll leave some more information for you at the front desk and in the description below to learn more on your own. But otherwise, if you have questions along the way, don't hesitate to ask me.
Sounds great.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So could you just confirm your first name and your date of birth for me, please?
Jeremy, January 1st.
Okay, great. And I want to learn a little bit more about your sleep. So how many hours are you currently sleeping a night?
Probably 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours? Okay, so that's pretty good. On those nights you're getting 6 hours, are you staying asleep? Are you waking up? What is your pattern like?
I'm usually waking up and then not being able to fall asleep for a while.
Okay. So you don't have a lot of issues falling asleep, or do you sometimes?
Not too much falling asleep.
Okay. And when you wake up in that middle of the night, what tends to be? Is there anything bothering you? Or are you feeling any discomfort?
Yeah, I'm usually just like very hot and uncomfortable.
Okay. So I think the Doc Pro is going to be perfect for that. And obviously it's summer now, so it's getting a little bit warmer. Do you do anything else right now to stay cool at night?
Just a fan.
A fan, okay.
Yeah.
And how often are you exercising?
Try to do, 3 to 4 times a week at least.
Okay, so quite often. And do you do any other performance-enhancing work or have any other products for performance-enhancing for exercise?
Not really, no.
Okay. So the Doc Pro can be very good for that as well. It can really help with recovery, muscle recovery, that cooling sensation. So if you ever get any soreness when you're sleeping?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Some soreness. Good. And for sleeping positions, what do you generally, do you have a general sleeping position you favor?
Generally on my side or on my stomach.
Okay, side or stomach. Okay. And have you ever slept on your back at all? Is that fine?
Sometimes I do.
Do you have any trouble with breathing or snoring when you do that?
A little bit of snoring sometimes.
Okay, I'll look in your nose just a little bit for that. I'm just taking a couple of notes here and just getting my hypothesis ready. Okay. So let's start out with just checking your general temperature. So you can just look straight ahead for me. I'm going to check in a couple of places. Okay. Okay. Good. A little bit warmer on the right side. You mind if I just pull this down just a smidge? And get the chest. Behind the ears here. So in general, we had about 98.8 on the right side, all the way down to 96.6 as we went down, and 97.2 on that left side, down to 96.6. So I'm not worried about you having any temperature medically, so it's definitely your surroundings. It's definitely an environmental heat. I want to look into both your nose and your mouth, so if you can open your mouth for me. Okay. And I'm going to just tip your nose back here. I'm just looking for any issues that might cause snoring. Yeah, there's a slight deviation there. Can you breathe in? It's a little clogged on the side. Okay, yeah. You feel a little clogged to you? All right, so I actually think that sleeping on your back may not be the most comfortable position for you if you've got some of that deviation there. So if the side and the stomach works for you, great. But if you start having pain in the neck, then or in the back, then perhaps worth looking into getting some fix in the nose so you can sleep on your back. Be a little more supportive for the spine. Right. So, got slight deviation. I didn't notice any color issues in the mouth. Alright, so before we get you using the Doc Pro, I want to do some temperature tests with some different temperature water and see which one feels most comfortable, and we'll set the Doc Pro at that temperature. So I'll start with the warmest and I'll work my way down to the coolest. So this is going to be starting at 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And first I'm just going to put it on your face. I want you to tell me if it feels comfortable, cold, or warm.
It's pretty cold.
Pretty cold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of the actual liquid on your face, just a smidge. And again, comfortable, cold, or warm?
Cold.
It's probably a little too cold. Moving up to 62 degrees here. So this is 62 degrees. Does that still feel quite cool?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And again, just bring a little bit. Same thing. Cool?
Yeah, cool.
Too cold, probably. Okay. Moving on to 63. Does it still feel too cold or getting a little more comfortable?
It's getting a little more comfortable. Still pretty cool, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still cold.
Okay. This is 64.
Yeah, it's feeling better.
It's feeling pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Feels okay on the forehead too?
Yeah, maybe slightly cold.
Okay. Moving on to 65. How does that feel?
That feels good.
Feels pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
On the side too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How's it feel right on your skin?
Feels pretty good. Not too cold.
Alright, so maybe we'll start with 65.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just test to see if a little bit warmer feels good or better.
Okay.
So 66.
Yeah, that feels okay.
Okay.
It's a little warm.
It's a little warmer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try with 65, but if it feels quite cool all over your body, we can maybe try to this 66 is also a good temperature for you.
Okay.
And it's going to start to get a little bit warmer, so might start to feel a little too warm. Just confirm it for me.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
Okay. And we just want to test it just to be sure, because it might feel slightly different on the skin itself.
Yeah, it's warm.
And just to make sure, we'll just finish out. But I assume that these will all be a little bit warm for you.
Yeah.
Okay. The Doc Pro actually goes all the way down to quite cool, actually, in the 50s. So you can play around with it, but most people feel pretty comfortable somewhere in the 60s.
Yeah, it's too warm.
Okay. And just two more for you. If this feels too warm, I won't bother putting it on your skin.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Yeah, that's way too warm.
Way too warm. Okay. So you're going to definitely sleep a little cooler in the 60s. All right, Jeremy. I'm going to shift things around, and I'm going to get the Doc Pro set up on top of the mattress, and then I'll have you lay back. So you can just step out for now, and I'll call you in a moment.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, Jeremy, I'm ready for you now. And just go ahead and lay with your head this way until you're comfortable. How's that feel?
Feels great.
Okay. So I know normally you're sleeping on your side, but for this purpose of the exam of the experiment, we're going to be putting some monitoring headphones on you, so we need you to be on your back today. Okay. If it's uncomfortable, just let me know. So you have the Doc Pro mattress, cooling mattress cover underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
You will start to feel some cooling sensation. That's totally normal. It should be very comfortable, but we'll adjust to make sure it's in the perfect place before I start monitoring you. All right?
Okay.
So it's all controlled through an app. So let me just get it started up. So it's going to make just a little bit of noise to start, nothing to worry about, and then Just looking at my notes here, it looks like we decided to start with 65 degrees. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm turning it down to 65. It just takes a few minutes. And if for some reason you're having some trouble sleeping, you can also listen to some of the guided meditation here right in the app. So for now, we'll see if you're able to just drift off with the cooling mattress and go from there. Let's take your temperature now, and then again when it reaches maximum cooling that we have set on it. Okay. Good. A little bit warm. Okay. So it's a tad warm in here, so hopefully this will help. And I'll be back in just a few minutes when we're ready to start the sleep session. All right, Jeremy, it seems that our office dog has found his way to you. Is that all right for you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. We're getting very close to the temperature that you're looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on some headphones to monitor you, and these are gonna read the brain waves and brain activity as well, similar to what you'd have in a smartwatch. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is it the noise okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There should be noise canceling as well. Alright, and I want you to close your eyes, and I'm just going to track a couple of the brain functions as you drift off into a more comfortable cycle of sleep. How are you feeling so far, Jeremy?
Very relaxed.
Good. I'm just using the Sleep Me app to track some of these insights on your sleep. And so I'll be able to send that home with you as well. I'm going to let you do a cycle of sleep, and then I'll be back to check on you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Jeremy. So you've gone through a full REM cycle, so go ahead and remove those. We've got some analytics from the sleep. And it looks like you did get some deep sleep, so that's very good. How are you feeling?
Feeling really good.
And any discomfort temperature-wise? Any heat, warmth, sweatiness?
No, none of that.
Okay. And how was the white noise from the machine? Was that calming as well?
Yeah, that was calming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So I'll go ahead and turn off the system for now. Your session is coming to an end. But I am going to send you home with a Doc Pro because it seems like it would be really, really good for your sleep and for your recovery for those exercises, okay? Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, thank you for coming in for your sleep session today. If you have any other additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And feel free to lay here as long as our office dog is comfortable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.